Hello, horror fans, and welcome back to Goosebumps. In the last episode, we went ahead and got from our school back to what used to be our house, but we found that it isn't our house right now. So let us continue and see what we find here. So, one thing, if I remember correctly, is what we want to do here is actually save our game. Then we want to exit back to the main menu. So now, while we're in the foyer, we want to go back into the game where we were. And that happens. Yikes, 3 children materialize before your eyes, which you are rubbing in disbelief. This really is a haunted house. Alright. So let's go ahead and get the letter. Use it. We want it for the blonde boy, I believe, if I remember correctly. Takes the envelope eagerly, confirming his name on the address. Tears it open, reading the enclosed letter with much interest. As he reaches the end, the ghost looks at you and smiles. Seems to be at peace. Just as suddenly as he appeared, the child fades out of view. Feels his presence leave the house gently. A moment later, the basement door unlocks with a resounding click. Alright. We want to take the photo paper. And we want to enter the basement. Which, if I remember, is going to be on the right here. Peer down into the basement, then force yourself to descend. Alright, the basement is dark and musty. Sweltering heat builds as the furnace kicks on. You don't want to be down here any longer than necessary. Alright, so I want to turn this. Turn device, which offers more resistance than you expected. As you turn it, a panel slides away to reveal a hidden passage. Inside their standard flathead screwdriver, you reach in and take it out. It's not locked, so the door slides open easily. Alright, we got the coat hanger. Shove the step ladder into your pack. Now, how the pack fits that, I don't know. But yeah, it's one of those... I played this game many years ago on the Xbox, I think it was, and rushed back up the stairs towards freedom. So I do remember it quite a bit. There's a few things I don't, but overall, I do remember how to sort of complete all the puzzles, I think. Alright. The Ghost Kids was one that took me a little bit to figure out. So, definitely want people to know about that one. Let's go ahead this direction. Hurry across the foyer to the dining room. Step into the dining room and spring back immediately, noticing a woman at the table. She eyes you intently like a hawk searching for prey. Let's take the placemat. Let's take the candle. And let's take the plate. Let the the plate gingerly off its pegs and hide it away among your things. There we go. Alright. Let's get out of here from this lady. Duck into the kitchen. Kitchen looks like a period piece from a time you want nothing to do with. You immediately notice a dripping sound. Strain to hear the source of the dripping. It's so faint it will be hard to find it. Struggle to think of ways to make it louder. You want to track down the drip. Don't need to increase it, but you don't need to increase its volume. Alright. Let's open the drawer here. Definitely want this. Let's get this. Slip the jar of purple peanut butter into your backpack. Now let's go to the fridge. Pull open the fridge. And I want the purple stuff and the jelly. So you've got the stuff for PB&J now. And we'll take the purple stuff as well. Alright. Then there, one of those things I learned over time. You can see the flashing coming from the sink. What you need to do is use the coat hanger on the sink. Oh. There we go. My mistake. The garbage disposal, not the sink. Carefully bend the hanger into a hook. You manage to do so after pricking yourself a scan 4 or 5 times. Thread your new hook into the disposal drain and easily remove the object inside. It's a key. Place it in your pack. Alright. So that, if I remember correctly, is the study key. Yeah. Alright, so now let's go ahead and open this area. Use the screwdriver. Alright, now we can go into here. Though that would seem like a terrible idea. Tuck your arms close and squeeze through a hole. Hey, there's a tunnel back here. Hole opens into a tunnel stretching into the distance. It's cramped and you already have dirt in your hair. You can hear the dripping though. You need to find the source of that leak. Shuffling on your hands and knees, you press onward. Here the tunnel splits. You listen for the drip. Alright, we want to go forward. Shuffling on hands and knees, you press onward. This corridor leads further into the tunnels. Shuffling on your hands and knees, you press onward. Here the tunnel splits, you listen for the drip. So this time, I believe I want to go to the right. Head down the side passageway. Here the tunnel splits, you listen for the drip. Here the tunnel splits, you listen for the drip. Hear the tunnel splits, you listen for the drip. Locate the source of the dripping at last. Strange green liquid is seeping out of the pipe overhead. There's also a bag a few feet away with something inside it. That's really what I'm wanting here. Let's go ahead and take the bag. You open the bag and drop its contents into your stuff. A key and a chess piece. The pipe overhead rattles violently. There's a loud rushing sound and then... What happened? It's everywhere. You stumble back, every thought in your head screaming, run. It's another tunnel. You hope it leads to the entrance. Scramble backward, hoping to reach the entrance before that massive slime catches you. And basically, I just want to keep backing up here. And that's how I will exit this crawl space. Takes multiple times, but this does work. Unless I'm completely forgetting how it used to go. Stumble out of the cupboard, sprawling across the floor. You're finally out of that tunnel. Alright. Nice. So let's go ahead and get out of the kitchen now. I think that's everything I need here. Take several appreciative breaths to calm down. The monster blood didn't follow you out here, so you're safe for now. Happily kick the cupboard door close. Back out of the kitchen. That strange woman is still seated at the dining room. She idly sips her drink, waiting for you to strike up conversation. Her eyes are almost daring you to do so. Nope. Not going to. Let's go ahead and go this way. Walk past the table into the next room. Step into what appears to be your family's den, steeped in darkness and with weird furniture. Trying to move. The TV turned itself on. The picture is coming into focus. Looks like some kind of ventriloquist dummy. It's talking, but there's nobody else there. Where's his voice coming from? Attention, Town Center Gallery customers. The mall will be closing early today. We apologize for any inconvenience this may cause. My friends and I have big plans for tomorrow, though, so definitely stop by. And if our special guest is listening, he knows who he is. We have a message. You can't ignore us forever. Your fate's already been written. So let's just flip to the last page. TV shuts off abruptly, leaving the room in silence once more. Alright. Let's go ahead and take the remote. You have the remote inside your backpack. Let's go ahead and take the film. Tuck the film away for safekeeping. Maybe you'll find a camera later. Alright. think I want to check it, not test it. Slide so many horses off the shelf and into your collection. Alright. Move it for a closer look at the clock. Now I need the screwdriver again. And I want to take off 1988, I believe. This one I don't really understand the lore for, but I'm pretty sure that's the one. You wedge your screwdriver into the 1988 plate and push it off. It pops off immediately and clatters to the floor. A shriek echoes through the house, sounds like it came from the entryway. It rings in your ears before abruptly stopping as if it never happened at all. Pass through to the next room. The laundry room is an oddly welcome sight. At first glance, it appears exactly like you left it, other than an extra door. The dryer's running at the moment. Alright, let's go ahead and grab the dryer sheets. Take the fabric softener. At least now your bag will smell nice. Let's go ahead and get the detergent as well. Laundry soap into your bag. This is an amazing bag we have that just can carry so much stuff. Let's open this door. No response. Or is it this door? There it is. Alright. There we go. That's how I opened that door. I knew there was a way. Slide the key into the lock and turn. Don't have to go at the moment, but you decide to check out the bathroom. Only takes one glance at the downstairs bathroom to realize this is not a bathroom, it's a dark room. Like a photo lab at school. Alright. Let's see here. No, I don't want the photos. Or the bottle. There. You open the cupboard. That's what I was looking for. I want the camera. Tuck the camera away with great care. You hope it's not haunted or anything. And then we'll take the container as well. Let's go ahead and take the photo. Stands out and pluck it from the line. Then we want the tongs, definitely. Water pours out of the faucet, filling the sink. That is not what I wanted. want to use these. There we go. With the photo paper. You've never done this before, maybe you should get some information first. Alright. Carefully place paper into the developer. It's hard to tell here. I'm just trying to wait for it to pull out the paper, but it's not much of one. The image is super light. Alright, so... So really this one, let's see if I have sort of a stopwatch on my phone, because you really do need pretty much a stopwatch here is what you're needing to make this work. So in this first one here, let's take this, we need to grab this, pick up the photo paper, and we're going to go ahead and put it into the developer, which is going to be the left tub here. And we need to leave it for about 50 seconds. So basically, use a stopwatch on your phone. Best thing I can suggest. I tried rough guessing it there that first time. That did not work. So we'll just have to see here. Yeah, this feels like a lot longer than it is, but right now I'm only up to 28 seconds. Now, the reason I know most of these secrets is because back in the day when I first played this game, not only did I try a lot of the things, but I also carefully removed the photo paper from the developer. Now what? Alright, so we've got that. But I also did look at a lot of the hints and tips on it and stuff. So like this one, I did not get myself. I sort of went through the tips and found out that the answers were 50 seconds. And then you want to put it into the center tub and leave it for 60 seconds. And then the other tub for 60 seconds. So yeah, it's one of those, I mean, there are a lot of great walkthroughs online for this game. It sort of tells you what you need to do, what you don't need to do, everything of that nature. That's why I am skipping over some things, because I am trying to get, there's one particular challenge where you have to get it done in a certain amount of moves. Now, things like the fact that I screwed up there and had to redo this developer might cost me on that achievement. But hopefully this will actually show you most of the achievements, if not all the achievements in the game, by going through it this way. Alright, so we're at 50 seconds right now. We got another 10 seconds left before we remove it from this tub. There we go. Finish the photo and lift it out of the stopper. Now what? Alright. Grab the photo with the tongs again. Pick up the photo paper. Prepare to develop it. What now? So reset my stopwatch, and we're going to put it into this tub. Dip the photo paper into the fixer. And another 60 seconds. Then after this, we're going to go ahead and place it into the sink. That doesn't have a time limit. So we'll put it into the sink, then we'll go ahead and put it onto the clothesline. 10 seconds left. There we go. As you gingerly remove the photo paper from the fixture, you realize you have a legitimate photograph. Now what? Alright, so now we're going to go ahead and take it. Pick up the photo paper and prepare to develop it. What now? Let's go ahead and put the paper into the sink, place the photograph into the photo wash, and summon up all your patience. Five minutes pass and it looks like you're done. You can take your photograph. Alright. Let's go ahead and use that. Take the developed photograph out of the wash. Almost done. So we've got this picture of this red-haired boy. And now we want to go ahead and put it on the clothesline. Clip the photo on the line and wait for it to dry. Ponder what your thesis should be for the big paper in English. Still can't come up with anything. Alright. So, the photo... Pull the photo down off the line. It's a lot of work, but the results are worth it. So now... we have the photo. Let's go ahead and use it with the frame. Slide the photograph into the frame, a perfect fit. You now have a framed picture. Perfect. Let's go ahead back to the laundry room now. Fairly standard laundry room. Alright. Let's go ahead and open that. Stand at the foot of infinity. Alright, let's grab this film. Load the film into your camera. Basement is dark and musty. Sweltering heat builds and the furnace kicks on. You don't want to be here longer than necessary. So somehow, yeah, we end up in the basement. Back upstairs toward freedom. As you notice, by doing that 1988, we got rid of the one ghost. Just one ghost remains, haunting the entryway. Alright, so I'm going to go ahead and save my game at this point, and then I'm also going to end this episode. So, if you enjoyed what I did in this episode, please go ahead and click that like button. If you've not already, please subscribe to the channel, click the bell icon, so that you're aware when I produce new videos in the future. Thank you, and I hope to see you all again for more Goosebumps.